Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Najuma Christine Segawa Blessed. I'm a marriage mentor, counselor, and a relationship coach. Once again, I would like to appreciate you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for liking this page, and please continue sharing with your friends. Press that like button, press that sharing button so that we can be able to grow the family and impact our lives. In this episode, dear friends, I'm going to share about communication. We all know communication is that key to our health marriages. Communication is one of the foundation of any health marriage. So we need to communicate. We need to embark on cultivating a lifestyle of good communication, of health communication with our partners, with our spouses. One researcher said that communication is like oxygen to our marriages. If there's no communication in any marriage, in any relationship, that communication, that marriage is dead. And dear friends, I don't want our marriage to die now. I want our marriages to thrive. I want our marriages to grow. I want our marriages to have peace. So let's communicate. Let's purpose to communicate to our spouses. Many times we love to communicate with other people, but this time around, let's purpose. Let's be intentional and communicate to our spouse. You may say, she doesn't want to talk to me. He doesn't want to talk to me. You start the talk. Start the conversation, and it will be good to go. Communication is a transfer, in a simple term, is a transfer of information from one place to another, or from one person to another. And in this, in our space, just communication between a spouse, one spouse to the other, from one partner to the other partner, from husband to wife, from wife to husband. It's a two-way. It doesn't have that it should be so and so to constitute the conversation, to start the conversation, to initiate the conversation. No, all of us we can communicate, and when two of us we are communicating, it is so sweet, and it will make our marriage grow. What are those methods of communication? Methods of communication. The first method of communication is verbal. Verbal, like how I'm speaking now. Verbal, that's spoken word. When you speak with your spouse, maybe face to face, maybe on phone contact, maybe if it's a distant relationship on a video call, that verbal, the words you share, the words you speak to your spouse. And friends, we need to intentionally get quality time and communicate verbally with our spouses. It's so sweet. It creates more bonding between the partners. When you communicate with your spouse, when you speak to him, when you speak to her, and remember, when somebody speaks, another person has to listen. So in verbal communication, there is a lot of intentionality to listen when your spouse is speaking. Don't say, Auntie, you said you want us to talk? Okay, let's talk. One person will talk, and then you also talk back. No, you don't get time to listen to the other. No, that is not good communication. For any good communication, for any health communication, one partner has to speak and another listens. So that is the verbal communication. Another type of communication, the non-verbal. That is another method of communication. Non-verbal. Those body languages, the gestures, the body movements. And by the way, non-verbal and verbal communication methods go hand in hand. Though you can do verbal without non-verbal, but most important, especially in marriage, you need to do verbal and add on the non-verbal. Yes, that non-verbal, you can tell somebody, I love you. Don't just say, I love you with a gloomy face. No, you say, I love you. My darling husband, I love you. And then you mean what you are saying, and you are even feeling it, and even you are adding on the body language. You just say, I love you, and then you add on a hug, you add on a peck, and then it will be so good. So you don't just say, I love you, I feel good when I'm with you, when even you're not smiling. No, you need to say, I feel good when I'm with you, when even you're adding on a smile. So that is the nonverbal communication. The third type of communication is written communication. I love to write love notes. When was the last time you wrote a love letter to your spouse? When was the last time you wrote that lovely email to your spouse? When was the last time you wrote that love note and left it on the bedside? When did the last time you wrote that lovely card, love card, gave it to a courier and delivered it to your spouse? So written communication, it speaks a lot of volumes. It means a lot of volumes. And by the way, when you write a love letter, a love message to your spouse, he or she will always check on it. Have you ever received an email from your friend, from your loved one, your husband or your wife? You keep, or even you mark it unread. You've not read it. You put it among those you've not read. Yet you've read it, but you keep reading it. So it's so good to communicate to your spouse through written information. So friends, as we cultivate a lifestyle of communication, let's adapt to that method of written communication to our spouses. Yes, it's so sweet, and let's do it so that we can spice our marriages. Another method of communication is through visual, those pictures, the illustration, the drawings. Just wake up one day and you draw a nice picture, a nice diagram with some love letters, love notes, say love. You just draw the picture and then you share it with your spouse. And then it could really, it could stir your love engine to another level. And then even you can decide to put your love story into pictures. Maybe from the day you met, the day he proposed, the day you said I do, the day you went for your first date, the day you went to movie together. You have those pictures and put them in one place. Whenever you look at them, you remember your love story. You remember the day you met with that Mr. Right, Mrs. Right. So you create a love story through pictures. My dear marrieds, let's stop. We have different things we love. There are those our dear men. There are those who love football. Even there are women who love football. There are those women who love different fashions. They love different cooking. So you get all those pictures of your best football players. You put them in your bedroom. The whole bedroom is crowded with footballers. The whole bedroom is crowded with fashion experts. Dear friends, let's communicate using lovely things which are romantic in our bedrooms, so that somebody will be excited whenever he or she looks at those pictures, and they'll be speaking volumes to them. So that is another method of communication. And then the last method of communication, last but not least, is through the physical touch. The physical touch. When was the last time you held your husband's hand? When was the last time you held your wife's hand? When you are walking, do you feel comfortable? You hold his hand. It will be communicating many things. And even you can, the physical touch, maybe a hug, maybe a peck, maybe a deep kiss. Yeah, all those are physical acts, but they are communicating something. And again, even as a married couple, you can, maybe to the wives, you can decide to have a candlelit dinner. You just do the candlelit dinner, and it will be communicating volumes. You can spice up your bedroom. You design it, and then it will be communicating something. Yeah. So that is the physical touch, the physical actions you do, and then you'll be communicating something to your spouse. So friends, my dear married couples, the time is now for us to cultivate a lifestyle of health communication using the above methods I've just shared. Be intentional. I know we communicate. Even the day you gave your hand to marry that gentleman. Even the day, gentlemen, you proposed to your wife, it was through communication. Even the day you said those vows, it's through communication. Even the day, every day you said I love you, it is through communication. So let's not drop the ball. Let's continue communicating to our spouses. It feels good. It creates peace in your marriage, and then it builds you up. Two of you get to know each other more. You get to know the likes and dislikes of the other. And remember, let's use all the 5 methods of communication: verbal, non-verbal, written, visual, those pictures, and then the physical touch. Yes, thank you so much for being on my YouTube channel. Please remember to subscribe, remember to share, remember to like, and forget not to like and to share with your friends and family. You can get me on my YouTube channel, and also on my Instagram, Blessed Christine Segawa, my Facebook, Christine Najuma Segawa, and then my LinkedIn, Christine Najuma Segawa. Please, let's keep the fire burning. Let's be intentional. We are leaving nobody behind. We are in this together. Our marriages must thrive, and we must enjoy our marriages now. Our marriages are not going to die because we are going to communicate to each other. We are going to say all those sweet words to our spouses. We are going to resolve those conflicts. Let's avoid silent treatment. They don't add value. Those silent treatment. No, you are treating somebody silent. You are treating yourself, your own self. You are doing yourself a disservice. So let's break the silence and communicate to our spouses. Let's stop those silent treatment in this generation. It doesn't count. You communicate to your loved ones, and it will help you to resolve that conflict which is causing the silent treatment. It will help you to understand and know each other deep, and you learn to appreciate the value of each other. Thank you so much once again. Bye bye.